Holla peeps, it's your girl Sheree reporting live for SchreeTV. I accidentally hit record. I have to process this video. Holla. Let me process this video right quick.
After shooting him at the scene, after placing him in the shower, at some point, she's still thinking. Because remember how much she has planned before. I gotta get rid of this evidence. I gotta delete
Yeah,
this.
he's doing a good job
What
now.
does she do? She deletes only certain images. It's not like all of the images are deleted. This shows somebody who is thinking.
Laugh now, cry later.
Like this other one. I'll delete just the only ones that hurt me. And that is directed behavior by somebody who claims to have dissociative amnesia. Dissociative amnesia, you heard what the definition of that was. Or is it a fog? Even the San Franciscan fog, if such a thing existed, wouldn't be so cloudy to account for this kind of behavior. There is no fog that someone can tell you about that hasn't lifted to allow for this. And so she cleans that. She has that, and she cleans that out. The other thing that we know is that she takes the camera at some point from that area there. And again, what's important about that, yes, it's important where it was found, and yes, it's important that it was found in the washer, but what was actually more important to show that she was thinking is that there are no steps leading from the bedroom down to the area where the camera was found that are bloody in nature or red, which means that
She is trying so hard to make tears come.
You by necessity are going to get it in your socks because that's what she's
Bad
wearing.
acting.
She would have had to get it on her socks. And if she's in this horrific hysterical state, she would have ran down and thrown it down there. But what she did is she cleaned herself up first. The police did not, and you looked at all the stairs, did not find anything that showed that there was any activity other than up in the bedroom, which means she cleaned up. She took her socks off, and then maybe put her shoes on, or maybe put different socks on. But definitely, the item that she was wearing was taken off before that camera was taken downstairs and put in the washing machine. And it was put in the washing machine and put through a cycle. Oh, there's this big indication, or there's an indication she could have taken it with her. So, what does that mean? It just means it's an alternative. But she has done so much already. Other things that she has done, according to her, is there was this glass underneath the sink area. And that's the glass that's found on top of Mr. Alexander after she cleaned him up. After she cleaned him up in the shower. We don't know if the glass was an afterthought or if it was used to actually clean him, but actually it shows that she went to the sink, approached his body.
She never cried for Travis.
But she cleaned him up.
I hope the jury is noticing this.
Anything or any contact or anything that would show her being there. Again, we're told about what
For real.
DNA is and how it's left behind. But if somebody washes it away, it's just not going to be there. And that's another step that she took in staging this scene. She washed away all of her DNA from him. Could have turned on, we don't know if she turned on the shower. We don't know if she used the glass. But we do know that she cleaned up. And it isn't because she loved Mr. Alexander that she cleaned him up.
Okay, so that worked.
With all due respect, it looked a little bit crunched up there. Wasn't that?
There we go.
Is to destroy any of her DNA. She washed it off. That's what people do when they want things that, such as items off their hand, they wash out. And that's what she did. And then we don't know what was in the middle of the bathroom that was causing her concern. But we know that she focused in on the bathroom area.
She was giggling earlier, now she crying.
We don't know exactly what was there.
My mom taught me that term. Laugh now, cry later.
Clean the knife there because we know that the knife was clean. We know that the knife was not left behind. So again, there's this directed behavior with regard to the knife. Had the knife been dripping blood, and remember, she had just stuck it into his neck. Had that been happening,
Stabbed him and shit.
been in this hysterical sort of mood that she wants you to believe, it's fair to say that that knife would have been bloody, blood, and she would have dropped blood along the way. No, she carried it out. She wants you to believe that she may have carried it down to the dishwasher. If she did carry it down to the dishwasher, which the state disputes, but we can use that for demonstrative purposes to show that knife, if it was carried downstairs, either had to be cleaned up upstairs or wrapped in something like a towel, which shows again directed behavior, so that no blood got on any of the stairs, didn't get anywhere else. So if she said, which is what she said that we sort of alluded to, that maybe that's what she did with the knife, because no knife was found up there, and we do know that a knife was used in this attack. If she did that, she did something with the knife. She either cleaned it, stuck it in her purse, or according to her,
She is so gonna get the death
put it in the
penalty.
dishwasher, but she can't be sure about that. The behavior before the movement of the knife shows that she was thinking this whole thing through.
The case.
You step back and you say, what was she thinking at the time? Well, she was thinking of staging the scene, cleaning it. That's what she was doing. She cleaned the body of any DNA. She cleaned the area where it appears some of the attack occurred. The other implement, the knife, that was cleaned because it wasn't found or dripping anywhere. The gun, well, it was taken. The clothing that she had on her, specifically the footwear that you see in Exhibit 162, that wasn't found anywhere. There was no bloody spots anywhere. And even the towels that were upstairs, if you remember, there was one towel missing from the set, was taken down and placed inside of the washing machine, and the cycle was run. It appears that the cycle was run with Clorox. And what's significant about that is that, yes, it's significant that Clorox was used, but what's also significant about it is that the hands were clean at the time that Clorox was grabbed. Because otherwise you would have seen the handle with blood on it, you would have seen blood all over the washer. You didn't see that. She had already cleaned up upstairs.
She blows her nose, but she never dabs her eyes.
And it was actually, as plans go, pretty good, except for the photographs.
You notice?
Well, she's now staged the scene.
She blow her nose,
She's
but
now cleaned up. There has been days of
no
premeditation.
tear.
But you just take
Fake.
the scene itself. And we will discuss the jury instruction.
Fake
that tells you
bitch.
that it just requires a space of time. And killing somebody 3 times over has built into it a space
one
of
thing
time.
I can't stand is fake bitches.
Irrespective of which events you think happened first or happened last. It's the state's position that the stabbing happened first because of the forensic evidence and the blood spatter evidence at the upstairs. Either way, she killed him 3 times over. She stabbed him in the heart. It was died from that. Certainly the throat was immediately fatal, and the gunshot would also have been fatal. So there is this premeditation aspect. And so she staged the scene at that point. Then she did some other things that were equally as interesting. And by interesting, I mean demonstrative of how well she was thinking at the time. She claims that she was in this sort of foggy state. She wasn't in such a foggy state that she couldn't put the license plate back up on the car that she was driving on the back.
Now he's talking about her fog. Get her. Get her.
But she did. Had already taken it off.
I was in a fog. I stabbed him 29 times and shot him in the face. I slit his throat because of the fog. Bitch, we ain't at the movies.
She wasn't driving without a license plate.
Anyway, look. We're going to close this out because we're almost at 10 minutes of recording. And we'll have more SchreeTV for you coming up soon. Love you guys.
It was bloody.